Hi there, I'm Michelle the Painter. Today I'm going to be painting Baby Turtle. This is part of an exclusive series that I have available for you Patreon members that I am calling Pour to Paint, where I take an acrylic pour and turn it into something more by painting something on top of it. So I hope you enjoy this lesson and it inspires you to create fun art. Alright, so for my materials today on the part one of a two-part pour to paint project, I've got a 12-inch by 16-inch stretched and primed canvas that I'm going to be working on. My unexpected tool that I'm going to be using today is this thing that I found in my kitchen. I think its intention is to keep hot pots from hurting your countertops. I have no idea what it's called, but this is what we're going to use today. Kitchen tool. I'm going to be using acrylic paint to pour. I use a thin-bodied student-grade paint from Dick Blick, which is called Acrylics, and I mix it with about 50% Floetrol, which is a fluid medium. So I have titanium white, Mars black. I have, this is their metallic copper color. And then I've got some custom colors. This is just a light teal that I made with phthalo green, cobalt blue and white. This is a light blue that I made with ultramarine blue and white. And then I have a medium gray that I made with black and white. And that's all I need. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply my paint by pouring, and then we'll use this fun tool to make some cool designs. I think I'm going to start with the gray because I kind of want that to be the base color for it. So I'm going to just take this, kind of go around my edges. I like to kind of move my paint a little bit once the paint is applied onto the pour, but I'm definitely like the paint to do its own thing as far as like settling. So I mean, I do wiggle it a little bit, like I'm going to wiggle this one a little bit, but my point being is I like to kind of hit those edges so I don't forget about them later. So I've got some white in through here, maybe put some white in the center, definitely a little bit of black, maybe we'll do the black up in this corner, and maybe some here, maybe a little dot here. And then we got our fun, more vibrant colors. And, you know, as far as like picking colors goes, this is a personal preference on your part. I tend to use like maybe 5 or 6 colors in each pour, but that certainly can change based on my mood or, you know, what theme I'm going for. If I have a theme, like sometimes I'll do like, you know, a holiday theme like Christmas or Halloween or, you know, Easter or whatever, and I'll pull colors that represent that particular holiday or, you know, whatever it is that I'm looking to do. So that looks pretty good. I got a couple of spots I see that I should probably hit with a little bit more paint before I start moving it around. So I'm going to just kind of get a little bit in those spots. And then we're going to wiggle the paint around a little bit to make sure we've got it everywhere on the canvas, and then I'll use my fun tool. So let me just get these out of the way. So as I'm wiggling it around, what I'm in essence doing is kind of like tipping it and shaking it. You can see how the paint starts to kind of like drift in whatever direction you're kind of holding it in. The thinner the paint, the faster that it will move. So you can see like my white is moving the fastest. So that tells me that my white mixture probably had more of the Floetrol in it than say my gray, because my gray is moving slower. So that looks pretty good. It looks like I've got just about every spot hit. So I'm going to put it back on my little risers here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe my hands on my pants and then I'm going to pick up my little tool. So all I'm going to do with this is kind of like set it down and maybe spin it around. So I think I want to kind of do this in this corner like this, and then just spin it around without really moving it too much. I want to see what it's gonna do to that paint. Cool. And then just lift it up. Cool. And then I'm gonna just take it, and I've got a paper towel I'm just kind of wiping it off on. And then I'm gonna go find another area that I want to do that in. And I'm feeling like this area here should get one. So, and I think I like that off center, like taking it off the canvas a little bit. So we're gonna sit it down here and then just give it this cool spin. Ooh, I totally dig what it's doing with that black. Oh, I'm going in the opposite direction. I'm a wild and crazy person here. All right, and then I'm gonna just lift it off gently. Cool. Boy, I want to do one more. No, I can't do one more. I feel like if I do one more, it's gonna look too symmetrical. So I'm digging that just as is. So all that's left to do now is wait for this to dry. And then what I'm gonna do is once it's dry, we're gonna paint something else on top of it. So stay tuned. All right, so we are on to part 2 of the pour to paint project. My canvas is fully dried. I have observed it from all different orientations, and I have settled on this orientation.